what's the role of automation in structured products?
Sure. Yeah, great question. I think the main thing we're looking to improve upon is efficiency. Like you say, the time you spend writing down the documents on the phone with regulators, that doesn't particularly happen anymore. On the document side of it, you make that decision very early on in the process, and by the end of the project, you have a document that you are confident with. You can go to market and say, within 15 seconds, we've taken the details on the phone from our buyer, and we have a document for you. And if they make a change and they decide, actually, we want the coupon to be XML, we can get that document out in seconds. I can't opine on how it was 10, 15 years ago, but obviously now that's a massive breakthrough in the speed people are able to get their documents out and push this trace forward.
But again, this changed a lot, right? Because back then you had lawyers involved, a lot of manual process, and during these 10 years you work with a lot of different manufacturers, a lot of different documents. Funny enough, before we started, you tell me how you can recognize who did the document, just looking to the end result. So tell me, it's how it is in terms of trying to do some automation on the document side, together with legal and together with, let's say, with the manufacturers. It's not an easy process, is it?
No, not particularly. I think the hardest part we saw very early on was buy-in and confidence. Obviously the legal teams, they are happy with the process they have right now. They have control of the documents and the templates. So making sure that they are confident that what we're sending out is correct, that can be tricky. And I feel like the same thing on the regulatory side. There are so many different regulatory changes that have happened in the last 5-10 years that we're constantly keeping up to date and keeping agile to move that, move the needle closer to 100% automation rate, which is kind of what every issuer is looking for. It's not something that I feel anyone has right now. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of experience doing document automation. I've done the grind for it for a long time. It's something that I have a knack for, and
what do you need? What's the real impact of automation?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can't apply for a larger organization, but for a smaller organization where what we're bringing to market is agility and speed of getting things out and with accuracy. There is not much that is done, I think, on the floor that can't be automated. That's always my opinion. If something comes to me and I have to do it, I'll look at, can I spend a bit more time automating it, and then it's done. No one has to do that again. You're cutting out overhead from doing that, you're making efficiency better. I can then move on to more valuable work for the firm. That's the way that I see it. I'm very lucky to be in a place which is kind of championing me to do that. I'm given the time, given the resource to be able to do that. And I feel like automation isn't the same as it was 5 years ago. Automation today has evolved massively. People have much more buy-in. You're seeing a lot of the younger generation coming through. They have to have development skills. 10 years ago, people were coming out of university, they're coming with a finance degree, moving into a big firm, and doing very well. But nowadays, that's not enough. You need to be able to bring day one results. I feel like automation is the way to do that. You have junior traders coming in, interns in the sales team, that know how to automate their work and can move on to more interesting, more valuable things.
What do you think is going to be the future of automation in order to keep delivering basically the request to deliver everything straight through process?
Yeah, I think a lot of firms are building out entire platforms internally where they can link together different automation programs into one platform. I push forward with this. And I think that's something very important, is having that end-to-end automation, like you say. You can get a document in 10 seconds, wonderful. You can get a price in 10 seconds, but if you're not doing them at the same time, it's 20 seconds, not 10 seconds. If you haven't got a platform that can work within itself and has different teams talking to each other, you haven't got a platform. It's not worth pushing forward with that. I feel like we're in a position now, and maybe you know more about this, where confidence in automation is at a high. People are reading the news, they're talking about tech firms and the infrastructure being built in. People are confident with it. There will be pushing forward, and maybe we won't see as much of a benefit from half an hour to 10 seconds, but we will start to see benefits in the volume of products going out. If you can get it in 15 different languages, you can sell in 15 different languages, different regions. That's a big one. I think people are finding their own space to grow automation. Even if it's just a very, very small thing, get that efficiency up, get your processes efficiency up. you're going to see a massive increase in a year's time because that process has been automated.
Yeah.
And then another process, you build it up that way. It's not something that will happen overnight, but a good firm that's able to put resources into people that can do it will do very well.
Now, you've looked at what, thousands and thousands of documents?
Hundreds, at least. Kid documents, I don't know who's read more kid documents than I have, unfortunately.